أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم إلى درس جديد من دروس اللغة العربية بين يديك نعم اليوم نبدأ بأمزة الوصل أمزة الوصل نعم قال المصنف همزة الوصل ترسم همزة الوصل ألفا ترسم همزة الوصل ألفا سواء نطقت أم لم تنطق قد درسنا فيما مضى همزة القطع قد رأينا وقد درسنا أيضا همزة الوصل والقطع ولكن اليوم ندرس كيف نكتب همزة الوصل نعم سواء قال المصنف ترسم همزة الوصل ألفا يعني تكتب ألفا سواء نطقت أم لم تنطق نطقت أم لم تنطق سواء كانت حركتها الكسرة أم الفتح أم الضم لا يختلف وتحذف همزة المسبوقة بلام الجار نعم so here همزة القطع وصل it says it's been written as alif. So whether you pronounce it سواء نطقت أم لم تنطق, whether you pronounce it or not, it's always written as what? An alif. So, and it says وسواء كانت حركاتها كسرة. It doesn't matter if it is كسرة or fatha, or it has fatha or dhamma. It doesn't matter. And it says وتوظف همزة al. So the hamza on al is also not written المسبوق بلام الجر. So if you have lam al-jar, lam that says you should make something jar, so that al will not be written. The first alif in front of the al will be ignored. You remove it. So you have double lam instead of lam, alif, and lam. So you just have double alif, double lam. So this is it. Lahiz, it says observe. Now, ismu. Ismu is always called ismi. If you say masmuka, you say ismi. My name is ismi. But when you say ismi, you don't write it with this hamza because it is hamza to the wasli. You just write alif. Alif. And you can see saying this is wrong. As-sawabu, this is the right one. Just alif without hamza. You can see the first one, that's hamza below. For the second one, tuktabu alifan. Or tursamu alifan. Ismi akada imra'atuhu. Imra'atuhu. لا تقول امرأته بأمزة لا ترسم لا ترسم. It is not written with Hamza بحمزة بل الصواب هو امرأته. وأدخل لا ترسم بحمزة, so it becomes الصواب أدخل تكتب أو ترسم ألفا. إذا نقول مسموك وامرأته وامرأته لا نقول وامرأته لا بل نقول وامرأته. هنا تنطق اسمه. So Hamzatul Wasl is being pronounced here. Ismu. But here you won't hear it. It is called Masmuka. You won't say Ma Ismuka, Masmuka. That's why it says here Sawa'un nutiqat, whether you pronounce it Aw or Am Lam Tuntok, or you do not pronounce it, you still have to write it as what? Alif. That is why you have Masmuka. Wamra'atu qa'ima. Takallam wadkhul. You still write it. Then for the last one, if it has alif and lam, so you have the alif and lam, and you want to add lam, of jar. The lam of the jar is the lam that tells you lilibate, for instance, li. So we have a lillahi limuliku, lillahi limuliku liyawm. So lillahi, instead of writing li and alif and Allah, so you remove the alif. That is what it says here. Watuza for amza to al-masbuqa bil-lam. So you remove it to become lillahi al-malik. And you have lishamsi fawaidu. Walisiyami ajrun lisa'imin. That is that. Then you have at-tadbir sahi al-khata al-imla'iyya fima yali. So there are issues here, there are problems there, so you have to correct it. So solely. Oh, this is Sola. Sola Ibni. So you don't write Ibni like this. Sola Ibni. Sola Ibni. So you remove the Hamza below it. Ma Ismuka. This is wrong. It should be Ma Smoker. But people say Ma Ismuka. It's very wrong. It is Ma Smoker. The third one, Istemia. This is wrong writing. It should be Istemi, just Alif. Istirah. This is wrong. The Idhab is wrong. Doesn't have Hamza. Ana adrusu kathiran. This is wrong. Ana should have Hamza on it. So this is Ukhdur. This is wrong. Ukhdur should not have Hamza on it. Then this one's Al-Bintu. Al-Bintu Tabibatun. This is wrong. Just Alif and La. Okay. So هذا هو بالنسبة لهمزة الوصل يعني رسم همزة الوصل. نعم. وندخل مباشرة إلى هذا النص. قراءة حرة. اقرأ النص وحل التدريبات في البيت لتناقشه مع زملائك في الصف. هذا هو ما يريد المصنف. هو يريد أن نقرأ هذا الناس في البيت، نقرأ إن شاء الله في الفصل. قل حل التدريبات في البيت، نقرأ في الفصل ونحل التدريبات هنا أو في البيت لتناقشه مع زملائك في الصف. نعم. من الذي يقرأ؟ نعم. نبدأ بعبد اللطيف. اقرأ. أو فساس إبراهيم اقرأ ولن. نعم.
نعم. السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
بين العربية والقرآن. أليس القرآن كتاب هذا الدين؟ ثم ليست العربية لغة هذا الكتاب. هل عرف العلم إسلاما بلا
هل
قرآن؟
هل عرف العالم إسلاما؟
هل عرف العالم إسلاما بلا قرآن؟ وهل عرف العالم القرآن بغير العربية؟ إن ارتباط كتاب سماوي من- منزل بلغة بعينها ارتباط الإسلام باللغة العربية أمر لم نعرفه لغير هذا الدين ولغير تلك اللغة. وإذا كان غير القرآن من الكتب السماوية المقدسة كالإنجيل الذي تم تحريفه قد ترجم إلى لغات كثيرة وبقي عند أصحابه كتابا تعبديا مقدسا، فإن القرآن قرآن بلفظه ونصه لم 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 يترجم لم يترجم ولا يمكن أن يترجم، وإن ترجمت أفكاره ومعانيه فهي لا تسمى قرآن، ولا يصح أن تكون في الإسلام كتابا تعبديا.
نعم شكرا. شخص آخر.
وهكذا
شخص آخر.
نعم. وهكذا أوجد الإسلام ارتباطا بينه وبين اللغة العربية، وكان من أثر هذا الارتباط المبارك أن عادت على اللغة العربية جهود والثمرات لم يبذلها أصحابها يوم يوم بذلوها يوم بذلوها
بذلوها. نعم.
يوم بذلوها إلا خدمة لهذا الدين. وليس هنا مجال الحديث عن نشأة العلوم العربية وارتباطها بخدمة الدين والقرآن. كان من مفاخر اللسان لسان العربي أن كان هو لغة معجزة خالدة القرآن. لقد شد الإسلام أقواما غير عرب إلى لغة العربية، ونشر اللغة العربية في بلد لم يكن للعرب فيها سلطان. لقد خرجت
Let someone pick the لقد شد الإسلام أقوام. شخص آخر. اقرأ تلك الفقرة.
لقد شد الإسلام أقواما غير عرب إلى اللغة العربية، ونشر اللغة العربية في البلاد لم يكن للعرب فيها سلطان. لقد خرجت العربية من جزيرة العرب مع فتح الإسلام، فإذا هي لغة أهل الشام والعراق وما وراءه ومصر وما وراءه، وإذا هي تتعدى كونها لغة الدين إلى كونها لغة الشعوب والدول.
نعم.
وما زال
شخص آخر. شكرا. شخص آخر. أنا أبو بكر. نعم. أختي سكينة اقرأي. أختي سكينة اقرأي.
Shall I continue?
نعم. continue. استمر.
وما زال الإسلام أثره في نشر العربية وحفظها في البلاد غير العربية، وهو أثر يفوق آثار المراكز الثقافية
الثقافية
الثقافية التي نراها اليوم منتشرة في بلاد العالم لنشر اللغة كالفرنسية أو إنجليزية.
كالفرنسية French
فرنسية أو إنجليزية. إن أصحاب هذه المراكز ينفقون الملايين في سبيل الدعايات
بسبيل دعاية
رعاية مراكزهم وثقافتهم ونشر لغتهم على حين أن الإسلام يجعل من أهل البلاد التي I can't say this word. تنتشر فيها شعوبا راغبة في تعلم لغته وما أكثر ما نسمع أصواتا ترتفع في تلك البلاد مطالبة بإرسال مدرسين العرب لتعليم اللغة العربية أو مطالبة بقبول أبنائها في مدارس البلاد العربية وجامعتها ليتعلمون اللغة العربية.
ليتعلموا اللغة العربية.
اللغة العربية. لقد استحوى الإسلام.
يكفي. It's okay. Let someone else use that. شخص آخر رضوان.
لقد أنا مريض بطننا. لقد استهوى الإسلام أقواما فحبب إليهم لغته بل لقد كان الإسلام فضل عظيم في ظهور العدد لا يقصى من العلماء غير العرب تبعوا في اللغة العربية وعلومها من نحو وصرف وبلاغة وحسبنا سيبويه علماء لهذا الطائفات من العلماء غير العرب الذين بلغوا القيمة في العلوم العربية حتى أصبحوا مضرب المثل.
شخص آخر مضرب المثل. شخص آخر. شخص آخر.
نعم.
وعليكم السلام. Some people have not read now. Dr. Dasri, Brother Muhammad, Brother Ahmad.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
I just joined, sir. Sorry, sir. I came late. Sir. Which paragraph, sir?
من كان للإسلام من هنا.
Okay, the last fikra.
نعم.
Okay.
الفقرة الأخيرة.
نعم. كان الإسلام الفضل في نقل اللغة العربية تلك النقلة الواسعة من لغة قوم إلى لغة أقوام ومن لغة محدودة بحدود أصحابها إلى لغة الدعوة جاءت إلى البشر كافة، فكانت العربية بذلك لسان تلك الدعوة ولغة تلك الرسالة ومستودع ما صدر عن تلك الرسالة من فكر وحضارة بتصرف من كتاب نحو وعي لغو الميزان المبارك.
نعم. بتصرف من كتاب. So it was changed, a few things were changed, but it was taken from the book نحو وعي اللغوي. نحو وعي اللغوي written by مازن مبارك. نعم. دعونا أقرأ أولا ثم نترجم إلى لغتنا. لحظة. minute please. نعم. بين العربية والقرآن. بين العربية والقرآن قال المصنف: ليس القرآن كتاب هذا الدين، ثم ليست العربية لغة هذا الدين، هذا الكتاب عفوا، ثم ليس العربية لغة هذا الكتاب. هل عرف العالم الإسلام بلا قرآن؟ وهل عرف العالم قرآنا بغير العربية؟ إن ارتباط كتاب سماوي منزل بلغة بعينها كارتباط الإسلام باللغة العربية أمر لم نعرفه لغير هذا الدين ولغير ذلك اللغة ولغير تلك اللغة. عفوا. Let me expand this. Now, I think it's clear now. It says: إن ارتباط كتاب سماوي منزل بلغة بعينها كارتباط الإسلام باللغة العربية أمر لم نعرفه لغير هذا الدين ولغير تلك اللغة. وإذا كان غير القرآن من الكتب السماوية المقدسة كالإنجيل الذي تم تحريفه قد ترجم إلى لغات كثيرة وبقي عند أصحابه كتابا تعبديا مقدسا، فإن القرآن قرآن بلفظه ونصه لم يترجم ولا يمكن أن يترجم، وإن ترجمت أفكاره ومعانيه فهي لا تسمى قرآنا، ولا يصح أن تكون في الإسلام كتابا تعبديا. نعم. وقال: وهكذا أوجد الإسلام ارتباطا بينه وبين اللغة العربية، فكان من أثر هذا الارتباط المبارك أن عادت على اللغة العربية جهود وثمرات لم يبذلها أصحابها يوم بذلوها إلا خدمة لهذا الدين. وليس هنا مجال حديث عن نشأة علوم العربية وارتباطها بخدمة الدين والقرآن. كان من مفاخر اللسان العربي أن كان هو لغة المعجزة لخالدة القرآن. لقد شد الإسلام لقد شد الإسلام أقواما غير عرب إلى اللغة العربية، ونشر اللغة العربية في بلاد لم يكن للعرب فيها سلطان. لقد خرجت العربية من جزيرة العرب مع الفتح الإسلام، فإذا هي لغتها للشام والعراق وما وراءه ومصر وما وراءها، وإذا هي تتعدى كونها لغة دين إلى كونها لغة شعوب ودول. وزال للإسلام أثره في النشر العربية وحفظها في البلاد غير العربية، وهو أثر يفوق آثار المراكز الثقافية التي نراها اليوم منتشرة في بلاد العالم لنشر لغات كالفرنسية أو الإنجليزية. إن أصحاب هذه المراكز ينفقون الملايين في سبيل الدعاية لمراكزهم وثقافتهم ونشر لغتهم، على حين أن الإسلام يجعل من أهل البلاد التي تنتشر فيها شعوبا راغبا في تعلم اللغة. وما أكثر ما نسمع أصواتا ترتفع في تلك البلاد طالبة بإرسال المدرسين العرب لتعليم اللغة العربية، أو مطالبة بقبول أبنائها في مدارس البلاد العربية وجامعاتها يتعلموا اللغة العربية. لقد استوى الإسلام أقواما وحبب إليهم لغته، بل لقد كان للإسلام فضل عظيم في ظهور عدد لا يحصى من العلماء غير العرب نبغوا في لغة العرب وعلومه من نحو وصرف وبلاغة. وحسبنا سيبويه علما لهذه الطائفة من العلماء غير العرب الذين بلغوا القمة في العلوم العربية حتى أصبحوا مضرب المثل. كان للإسلام الفضل في نقل اللغة العربية، تلك النقلة الواسعة من لغة قوم إلى لغة أقوام، ومن لغة محدودة بحدود أصحابها إلى لغة الدعوة جاءت إلى البشر كافة، فكانت العربية بذلك لسان تلك الدعوة ولغة تلك الرسالة، مستودع ما صدر عن تلك الرسالة من فكر وحضارة. بتصرف من كتاب نحو عرب وعي اللغوي لمازن المبارك. ومعنى هذه الناس أو هذا الناس عفوا ومعنى هذا الناس قال: أليس القرآن كتاب هذا الدين? Is the Quran not the book of this religion? أليس القرآن is the Quran كتاب هذا الدين, not the book of this religion. ثم أليست العربية لغة هذا الكتاب? Is Arabic not the language of this book? So we have a book which is the book of our religion, and that book, the language is Quran. And it says, هل عرف العالم الإسلام, as the world known, as the world know, does the world know? Al-Alam is the world. What do they know? Islam, do they know an Islam? Bila Quran, does the world know any other any Islam apart from that does not have the Quran? So the only Islam we know is the only Islam with this Quran. So we don't know any other Islam apart from the Islam with this Quran. So that's the question. Al Araf al Alamu Islam. Does the world know any other Islam bila Quran that doesn't have Quran? Wahal Araf al Alam. Does the world also know Quran, any Quran bigari al Arabiya, that is not Arabic? So the Quran is Arabic and it is one. Then he went on to say, Inna irtibata kitabin samawiyyin munazzalin bilugatin ya'iniya. Inna irtibat. Irtibat means link. The link between a book that was revealed, Kitabun Samawiyin, that was revealed, Munazalin, that came, Bilugatin, with a language, Bi'ainiya, it's very language. Kartibat Islam, Bilugatil Arabia, just like Islam and Arabia. Amrun is something, Lam Na'rifuhu, that we have not seen. Ligeri had that din. We have not seen it apart from this din. So we've never seen a religion such that the language of that religion is so tight and so much linked to that religion like never before. So Islam is the only religion that has a very close link with the language of that religion and the religion itself. So that's what it's saying. Waligeri Tilika Luga. We've never seen it before in this religion and not seen it apart from Arabic. Ligeri Tilika Luga, apart from this Arabic. And it says, وَإِذَا كَانَ غَيْرُ الْقُرْآنِ. And since إِذَا كَانَ غَيْرُ الْقُرْآنِ مِنَ الْكُتَابِ السَّمَاوِيَّةِ الْمُقَدَّسَةِ كَالْإِنْجِيلِ. So if you check, إِذَا كَانَ غَيْرُ الْقُرْآنِ, other books that are different from the Quran, مِنَ الْكُتُبِ السَّمَاوِيَّةِ, that were also holy books revealed, al-Muqaddasa, holy books, al-Injil, just like the Gospel Injil, and let the term of tahrifu. Tahrifu means it has been obliterated. So it has been adulterated as well. So adulterated is the right word anyway. Tahrif means it has been polluted. So it has been changed. The Injil has been polluted with different things. So words of people have been added and so on. That's why it's a term of tahrifu called the Turjama. It has been translated for the Turjama. So other books, just like the Injil, called the Turjama, it has been translated ila lugotin kathira to a lot of languages. Espanya, English, German, and so on. Abakia inda ashabihi, and it remains. Abakia inda ashabi, it remains among the people, those who practice that faith, those who practice Christianity essentially. So as what? Kitab, and it has remained a book, Ta'abudiyya, and a book of worship, but that's an holy book. So a Bible in French is still the holy Bible to them. You can worship with it. A Bible in German is also a Bible that can be worshipped with, can be worshipped with. Then you have Bible in Yoruba or in Hausa, still a Bible. They can worship with it. That is what it's saying. So Kitaban Ta'abudiyan remains a book, Ta'abudiyan, that is being used for worship, because that's an holy book. Fa'inna al-Quran, unfortunately, or fortunately for us, unfortunately for the kuffars, not for the enemies of Islam. Fa'inna al-Quran, for the Quran, Quranun bilafzi, Quran has to remain the Quran bilafzi with its words. Okay? What makes Quran? Quran is the words, the Arabic that remains in the book. That is what makes it Quran. If you translate it to other languages, it's no longer Quran. But now see, and he's saying that the nas, the contents, the text of the Quran, lam turjam, cannot be translated. It cannot be translated. Wala yumkinu an yurtarjamu. It's not possible for you to translate it. Wa in turjamat, and if you translate it, what you're only translating is afkaruhu. You are translating the meanings, the afkar, the teachings, or the afkar will mean the thinking, or what you think is Allah is saying here, wa ma'ani, and the meanings. That's only what you are translating. That is why when you see any translation of the Quran, they won't write the Holy Quran. They will say the translation of the Holy Quran, or they will say the meaning of the Holy Quran. So it is not the Quran itself. That is not the Quran. The Quran has to remain in Arabic. So that is why it's telling you, why in Turjamat, even if it is translated. So what you are translating is what? Afkaruhu wa ma'anihi. You are translating the thinking and the meaning behind those words. Fahiya la tusamma Quran. So we won't call it Quran. So When you see an English translation, that's not English Quran. We call it a translation of the Quran. So, وَلَا يَصِحُ أَن تَكُونَ فِي الْإِسْلَامِ كِتَابًا تَعْبُدِيًّا. So in Islam, you can't use it to worship. So you can't go into prayer and start reading Surah Al-Fatiha in English. But for the Christians or any other religion, their book, it is translated. You can worship in that language. Maybe reading some verses of Psalms in French, you can worship with it. If you read it in Spanish, you can worship. But in Islam, you have to read the Quran in Arabic. So Arabic is stuck with the Quran. Okay. So وهذا أوجد الإسلام ارتباطا بينه وبين اللغة العربية. So this is how Islam found the relationship between it and اللغة العربية. فكان من أثر هذا الارتباط المبارك. So this is a very blessed من أثر means effect of the effect of this other irtibat, this link, strong link is irtibat. When you link something together, it's called irtibat. نثر هذا الارتباط المبارك, this blessed link. And عادت على اللغة العربية جهود وثمرات لم يبذلها أصحابها يوم بذلوا إلا خدمة. So that is why عادت على is found. عادت على means found. So that's why we have found that people have expended, juhudun wa thamarutun have been expended. To say that Allah means we have expended efforts. Efforts have been made. So juhudun wa thamaratun, efforts and fruits have been made on the Quran. Okay. Now, lam yabdhulha, and it says lam yabdhulha, known as badala means to spend, to exert. Lam yabdhulha, nobody has exerted this effort. Ashabuha, the people who did this effort. Yama badalha, the year or the time when they made that effort. So what he's trying to say here is that so much effort has been made on Arabic. And add that ala lugat al-Arabiyya, so much effort, juhudun wa thamaratun, so many efforts and fruits have been made. We've seen the benefits on that, on the language. So if you see efforts being made on language, the Arabic language, you'll be amazed. Different books written on Arabic language, different texts, different findings on Arabic. It's now saying all these efforts, illa khidmatan li hadha din. Everything was done just because of this religion. Because in an attempt to improve or to work on the language to make people understand Arabic, essentially we are making them to understand the Quran. But there's a strong link, like the author has said, there's a strong link between the language and the Quran and the Deen. They're inseparable. So people have made so much effort, and he's saying all those efforts is illa khidmatan li hadha din. It's all an effort for this religion. But this is not a new thing. Okay? And Nashiati al-Ulum al-Arabiyya, in spreading the knowledge of Arabic, was Batia bi khidmati din wal Quran, and also the link between khidmati din, khidmat in servicing the din and the Quran. So this effort is not new. People have exerted so much effort in the past. كان من مفاخر اللسان العربي أن كان هو لغة المعجزة الخالدة للقرآن. So among the Arabs, so they are proud. مفاخر اللسان العرب. So they are always proud. And they say that أن كان هو لغة المعجزة. It's a very miraculous language. الخالدة, that it will remain forever. As long as the Quran remains, the language will remain. Al-Quran, the khalidat al-Quran. And it says, لَقَدْ شَدَّ الْإِسْلام. So shadda means to bimana irtabata. So shadda al-Islam aqwaman ghayra arabi ila lugat al-Arab. So the Islam has linked different nations, Akwaman, Qawmun, Akwam, it's a jamu of Qawm. Different tribes, different nations, different people that are not Arab, Gair or Arab, that are not Arab, ila lugat al-Arabiyya, link them with Arabia. The people they had no business with Arabic. Islam made them learn Arabic. Okay? Because they have accepted Islam, they have no choice than to learn Arabic because it's the language of the Quran. That is what he's saying here. وَالنَّشَرَ لُغَةَ الْعَرَبِيَّةِ فِي بِلَادٍ. So Islam, Nashara, this is Islam now. Islam, Nashara, spread. Al-Lugat al-Arabiyya, Arabic, fi biladin, in countries, or in nations, or in places. Lam yakun lil-Arab fiha sultan. Now even the Arabs do not have any power. They have no control over them. Just because they accepted Islam, Arabic was propagated in those places. لقد خرجت العربية من جزيرة العرب. So Arabic left the Arabian Peninsula, مع الفتح الإسلامي, because of what? It left with the Islamic victories. When Islam was conquering states and countries and giving them, and when people accepted Islam. So what happened? People accepted Islam and they learned Arabic automatically. Then it says, Faida here, Luga to Ali Sham. So it is now the language of people of Sham. Okay? While the Prophet was alive, those people of Sham, they were not Muslims. They were being controlled by the Romans. That was why one of the last battles the Prophet fought, not the Prophet himself, but the Battle of Mu'tah, one of the battles, they fought the Romans. So they came from Sham, and it was close to Sham. That battle was close to Sham. So, and which Osama bin Zayd went also after the death of the Prophet to fight. So all the people of Sham were originally non-Muslims. And Iraq also, they were non-Muslims. But all these countries today are what? They are Islamic countries. And they are also Arabs. They speak Arabic. And all those that come after it, Sham, Iraq, and all those other countries. Misra and Egypt. And everything around that side. Up to Mauritania, they speak Arabic. Egypt, Tunisia, everybody. They are speaking Arabic because they accepted Islam. So there's a strong link between Islam and Arabic. They are inseparable. That's what the author is saying. وَإِذَا هِيَ تَتَعَدَّى كَوْنَهَا. So Islam has extended, has gone beyond كَوْنَهَا, its essence. Okay? Lugat ad-din, has gone beyond its essence. That's Lugat al-Arabiyya, that is just the language of the din. It has become ila kauniya, it has become Lugat al-Shu'ub, it has become the language of nations and countries. Okay, it's not just the language of Islam. It has become language of people that they have adopted, that this is our language. This is our official language. Today in Egypt, you don't have any official language apart from Arabic. So same with other countries. So they've adopted it. Even though not everybody in the country are Muslims, but Arabic has become the official language. Then it says, وَمَزَالَ لِلْإِسْلَامِ أَثَرُهُ فِي النَّشْرِ الْعَرَبِيَّةِ. So Islam still has its effect, أثره, its effect, في النشر العربية, in spreading Arabic, وحفظها, and in protecting it, في البلاد غير العربية, in countries that are not Arabic, that are not Arab. Okay? هو أثر يفوق أثر المراكز الثقافية. So this effect which Islam has supersedes the effect of al-Maraqis al-Thaqafiyya, the centers of cultures you have around the world. التي نراها اليوم منتشرة في بلاد العالم. So you have different countries trying to propagate their religion. You find them having different centers in different countries. So you have the French, in Nigeria also, you have the French, what do they call it? You have a center for French, where people can learn French. that is being assisted, if not sponsored totally by the French government, but maybe in part of the grants. So they use some of these places to propagate their culture and their language. So you find it in most countries. So you find where you will learn their language. So they have all this in different countries, and in saying that the effect this have compared to the effect Islam has in spreading language, there are two different things that they can't be compared. So says منتشرة في بلاد العالم لنشرة لغات to propagate languages كالفرنسية, just like the French. So French have centers in Nigeria where you can learn French. If you want to learn French, so you can learn it. Okay, I will English here or English. So you go to other countries too, where they are non-English speaking countries. You have some centers being sponsored by governments of those countries, maybe the English for you to learn. So they are all promoting their language and culture. Same thing with Chinese. So you have them. So in Ashaba, the author says, in Ashaba Hadil Marrakech, the people, those who own these centers, ينفقون الملايين, they spend billions. Okay? They spend millions. في سبيل الدعاية. In an attempt to propagate the Marokism, advertising, propagating the Marokism, وثقافتهم and their culture. They promote it. They spend a lot of money. ونشر لغتهم and promoting their language. على حين whereas Islam, أن الإسلام يجعل من أهل البلاد, this is the people of the country, and التي تنتشر فيها شعوبا, what is where تنتشر فيها شعوبا راغبة في تعلم اللغة العربية, where you have people, youths, and the multitude, راغبة, that they are ready, they are very much eager في تعلم لغته, they are very much eager to learn Arabic without anybody giving them money. So naturally, because they have accepted Islam, they now have the raghbah, they have the desire to learn Arabic. وَمَا أَكْثَرَ مَنْ نَسْمَعُ أَصْوَاتًا. How many times, وَمَا أَكْثَرَ, how many times we hear نَسْمَعُ, so many times, وَمَا أَكْثَرَ means many, many times. Like we say, many times we hear. وَمَا أَكْثَرَ مَا نَسْمَعُ, many times we hear أَصْوَاتًا, different sounds, that is different voices. ترتفع في تلك البلاد, that rises high in these countries. مطالبة بإرسال, that they are requesting, you keep shouting, we want, they keep requesting مطالبة بإرسال المدرسين, that they want teachers. They want teachers. مدرسين العرب, they want Arabic teachers. So in Madaris, they want Arabic teachers to come and teach Arabic. Nigerians will write to countries that they need Arabic teachers. Other countries too, that please send them to come and teach our people Arabic and Islam. To teach them Arabic. How mutalibatan, or requesting bikabul abinahia, or requesting that their own kids too should be admitted. Fi madaris bilad, should be admitted into institutions. في بلاد العربية, in Arabic countries, مدارس البلاد العربية والجامعاتية, and their universities, ليتعلموا اللغة العربية, so they can learn Arabic. So you have different people from Nigeria, in Saudi, in Egypt, some in Jordan, some in Kuwait, learning Arabic and learning Islam. So people go. So without even being sponsored by the government in those countries, so people willingly. It's when you get to those countries that government will start giving you stipends. But governments do not campaign in other countries that come and learn Arabic, come and learn. Naturally, people will say they want to learn, and they will ask for it. لقد استهوى الإسلام أقواما. So istahwa means to progress, أقواما. So then it says أقواما فَحَبَّبَ إِلَيْهِمْ, and Islam endeared to them. حَبَّبَ إِلَيْهِمْ, it endeared it to them. So, now, Afwan. So saying Islam endeared it to them. فَحَبَّبَ إِلَيْهِمْ, Islam endeared it to them. لُغَتَهُ, so their religion, Islam made it endeared to them. Naturally, as we have read, so Islam made it endeared to them without any force. So they loved the language because they were Muslim. But لَقَدْ كَانَ لِلْإِسْلَامِ فَضْلٌ عَظِيمٌ. So Islam has a great hedge. فِي ظُهُورِ عَدَدٍ, in the emergence. Zuhur means emergence. عَدَدٍ لَا يُحْصَى, a large number, emergence of a large number that cannot be counted. لا يحصى, it cannot be counted. من العلماء العرب, من العلماء غير العرب. Which number that cannot be counted? علماء غير العرب, non-Arab scholars. So you have emergence, zuhur adadin, a lot of people, emergence of a lot of people that are not Arab scholars. غير العرب, that are not علماء غير العرب, that are not Arabs. Number grew, and they reached the peak. في اللغة العربية وعلومها, they reached the peak. They were non-Arabs. They never spoke the language, but they learned it, and they became masters of it, of Arab and the sciences. In Nahwin, among what they learned is Nahu or Sarf and Balaga. These are just a few. So he gave us an example. He says, وَحَسْبُنَا, it suffices for us to mention Sibawayh. Sibawayh suffices for us here. Sibawayh is what they call the Imam of Nahwu. And Sibawayh is not an Arab, but became the master of Arabic, that even the Arabs learned from him. Sibawayh. So he became Alaman, a pillar لهذه الطائفة من العلماء غير العرب, that was not one of the Arabs. Okay? So that shows you that Islam has changed and endeared Arabic to most people. So that's what he's saying here. الذين بلغوا القمة, they reached the peak في علوم العربية. Where they reach, there's no other level above the level of where these guys reached, Sibawayh and the likes, like Sibawayh, Ibn Jinni, and the host of other people like that. They reached the peak of Arabic. There's no other level after those level of those guys. If you know anything above what those guys know, it's probably not Arabic. Those guys reached the peak of Arabic. They were masters of Arabic. Hatta asbahu madrab al-mathal, they became exemplary and examples. So whatever these guys say, they became authority. Whatever they say is the final, and they were non-Arabs. So that's what they're saying. It says, "Kana Islam fadli fi naqli lugat al-Arabiyya." So Islam has the privilege. Islam has the virtue of moving, of transporting Arabic. Okay, spreading Arabic. Tilka naqla al-wasi'a min lugati qawmin ila lugati aqwam. And in this movement, this lofty movement, wasi'a, great movement, wasi'a, wide, it moves min lugati aqwam, it transforms it from the language of just a people, the Arabs, ila lugati aqwam, to language of nations that become the language of so many tribes. In lugatin mahduda, it has moved in from a language that has limitations, mahduda, that is boundary, that is bounded by geography. It used to be the language of those in Arabian Peninsula alone. Mahduda, that is hudud. Hudud means boundaries. Mahduda, bounded by boundaries. Bihudud in ashabiyah, bihudud ashabiyah. So with the boundaries of the speakers, ila lugati dawah, it has become the language of preaching. So Even in the remote areas of the world, you see people speaking Arabic. In China today, you get there, you see Muslims speaking Arabic. How did you get there? Because of Islam. Ja'at ila al-bashar kafatan. So it has come to people all around the world. Kafatan. That's what it's saying. Kafatan. So then it says, فَكَانَتْ الْعَرَبِيَّةُ Arabic has become بِذَلِكَ لِسَانُ تِلِكَ دَعْوَةً, has become the spokesman, the mouthpiece of da'wah. So when you're doing da'wah with Arabic. So it is the mouthpiece of Islamic da'wah. At least, even if you are speaking English, you will still speak some Arabic. You quote some verses in Arabic. You quote hadith in Arabic. So it is in Arabic. You can't just do da'wah and quote everything from bed to top in English. At least you have to quote, if not one verse or two hadiths, it has to be Arabic. So Arabic is still the mouthpiece of da'wah. But look at Tilika Risala. It's also the Luga, the language of this Risala, this message, wa Mustada'a, and the borrower. So Masodara and Tilika Risala, what you have in this message. So with Islam, you'll be able to borrow it and transport it and use it in fikrin wa hadara. So things like understanding, fikr, understanding wa hadara, and culture. So that is so mustawda means to borrow something, mustawda. So what you have in the Quran will be borrowed using the language. Basically, what he's saying is that you use the language to learn the Quran, and when you learn the Quran, you borrow lessons and wisdom from the Quran. So with tasarrufin, with modification, min kitab nahu wa'i luga. So towards the wa'i means awakening. Why you have an understanding, sahwa is awakening. So why you look at understanding, why you look at we understanding language. So written by Mazin Barak. So Istawa Maratanoko is to bewilder someone. Istawa Islam Akwaman to Ajaba Istawa Ajaba. So we have quite a number of vocabularies here. So you need to read this over and over, understand it, and use it in your daily conversations. So it is a very beautiful nurse. So inshallah, we'll stop here and continue from here tomorrow. We'll start with the tadrib. So then once you are able to read this before the class, the tadrib will be easy. So try as much as possible to read it before you come tomorrow, so that we can have a very fruitful engagement tomorrow. So I'll stop here, inshallah. I'll take you. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Please, what's the meaning of وهو أثر يفوق أثر المراكز?
وهو أثر here. وهو أثر. So أثر means it's an effect. أثر effect. They say something has an effect on something.
Okay, because
it's talking about the effect. It's saying here, Mazalat Islam Atharu is effect. In the spreading of Arabia. It's not saying that this effect, it is an effect. Yafuku, it is above. Yafuku, it supersedes. Athar is the plural of athar, the effect.
Okay.
The effects of al-Marakizu al-Thaqafiyya. These al-Marakizu al-Thaqafiyya, these are centers.
Okay.
Different centers being established. Al-Thaqafiyya is cultural centers. They're called cultural centers. That's the word I've been looking for, cultural centers. So you have these cultural centers in different countries. So they use it to promote their own culture. For instance, if you go to, if you find out, you might have maybe the French Cultural Center in Nigeria. They usually have it. You find maybe the Portuguese Cultural Center, the Chinese Cultural Center. So the centers, what they do is that they promote their languages. They will encourage people to come and study French, come and study Chinese, come and study, because they know the more they promote their culture and language, the better it is for them to do business, do other things in those countries.
Okay. So, sir, what I want to know is it the same thing with Asarat Lugat al-Arabia?
So if you say Atharo, with
Yeah,
the shedda, is that you are trying to
yeah.
make that effect. You are the one
Okay.
you want to make that effect. Okay.
Okay.
It's like how do I give you an example? You want to perform the action. The Atharo is you are performing the action. Okay.
Okay.
But Athar is in now. That Athar is the verb. Aha, that's a better explanation. That Athar is the verb. But Athar is the noun.
Okay.
You get it now?
Yes.
Athar is the noun. Athar is the verb.
Okay. Like
Okay.
Afdal. Jazakumullahu khairan.
So it's called the effect, impact. That is the meaning of Athar. It has an impact, the influence impact. Okay. So inshallah we'll meet tomorrow.
Alaikum, Sheikh.
Actually,
Please, the last comment you made about this لقد استهوى الإسلام أقوام.
now. لقد استهوى الإسلام أقواما. So Islam has amazed, has impressed a lot of people. So because Islam has impressed them, فَحَبَّبَ إِلَيْهِمْ لُغَتَهُ. So they loved. So Islam endeared the love of the language in their hearts. Because they love Islam, so they love the religion. So simultaneously.
Thank
you. Okay. So Assalamu alaikum. So I have to go now. We'll talk tomorrow, inshallah. We'll meet again tomorrow and continue. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakumullahu khairan.
Wa iyyakum.